Oh shit, 2 hours. Fuck. Oh yeah. Okay, well I guess I can't pick these up yet. Okay, whatever. Okay, so this will go down to 10, and then I will need more. Although if I actually level up Minato, which I might, I guess. I bet he needs them too, right? Yeah, he needs them too. So I guess using them all up is not crazy. Plus, Yudari probably needs them as well. Oh, I see. I couldn't do it because Yanagi was in the exact same spot, and Yanagi went first. So that's actually, I guess I could have. I might have been able to just leave the store and come back in, but obviously I don't know. I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was the reason why she wasn't appearing. So hindsight is 2020.
この後も特別気になるというわけではないの小さい頃はですが子供だった私には退屈なニュースなんかより合間に流れてくるそこで家族と CM の記憶力をせっかくですからリモコンをお持ちに自信満々はいストップまあですがほんの一部これも簡単ですわ
今の。
まあ勝手にアレンジしたわけではありません。
こうなったらもう奥の手。
がっかりさせてしまうかもしれません。君も香る、僕も香る。
すごいや。
あの時間帯に流れているものでしたら。あら、店長様、画面の
やば、いつの間に。
元の内容は消えてしまうのでしょうか。
あ、じゃあそれがただ消えるだけじゃ。
マイクに。
ちょっと待ってて。
君も香る、僕も香る。ハグしてもっといい香り。まあビデオ。
お察しの通り、このビデオはブラック LP フィーチャリングリナさん。
言えて妙ですわね、店長様。号令、大きくなるのがもう。
ほら、こんな偶然めった
決して
できない。私には消せないよ。
まあ私にですか。
思い出を取っておくチャンスもめったにないからね。
かしこまりましたわ。そうですが、このビデオ決して人様にはお見せできません。そうですね、こちらは無期限の私の名前を貸し出しリストに載せて。
リナさんがそう言ってくれるなら。
ご安心くださいまし。時々
Wait, I had 172? I thought I got my espresso. I should have had, should be like the 240s or 250s. Unless that was counting what it would be after the fact.
そんなものか。はっはっ無限。はっ花火大会だよ。綺麗だよね。配信。どうぞせえ。命ずる。
Oh, okay. So that was already minusing the 80 from before. Okay. That's why it was a 172, is it minus the 80 I just had gotten.
そんなものか。何度来ても変わらんぞ。霧の中で眠りたまえ。そんなものか。
It's interesting because when I was fighting with Yanagi and Miyabi, like I was able to get off a decent amount of time before he went into his miasma shield. But it seems like when I'm playing with these, he goes miasma shield right away. So I don't know. Maybe their attacks are keeping him semi-staggered often enough that he doesn't go into his, because maybe his mechanics are he's supposed to immediately go into it, but Yanagi and Miyabi are able to get around that. Oh wait, is there? Oh, there's a new thing. I guess this wasn't here before. This doesn't expire. Huh. So this appears new. Not sure what this is. 37 days. So both of these are the full patch. So I guess this is maybe her character quest, maybe? Hard to say, because the rewards, it doesn't make it seem like these are all just going to be battles. You know? Battle. And then hard battles. So it's hard to say if this is actually how story-related this will be. This obviously is her character quest. So the big question is it supposed to be her character quest, or is this a completely different thing? But either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to just do what I normally do. Oh, I see. So that girl, that cutscene I've been seeing where she calls that brown-haired girl senior, and she like freaks out and like, oh my god, I have a junior. That was in game. I assumed that was outside of game. I thought that was gonna be like a promotional video for her, but I guess someone just recorded the cutscene, or Mihoyo themselves posted the cutscene in their YouTube channel, maybe.
どういうつもりだ。こっちが先に見つけたんだぞ。早い者勝ちだなんて子供じゃあるまいし。聞いた。そうかいそうかい。じゃよしやがれパウル。やっとこさええ人。何度でも言うぞ。チャンスは平等に与え。マナトの兄貴見ました。落ち着けよ。前も言ったろ。何？兄貴はどん。おいパウル。
Oh, I see. So they found something in the hollow. He found it first, but Porcelumex obviously has the means to extract it. So he's trying to say, well, I found it first. And to that, I would say, who gives a shit, right? The only way he would have any claim to it is if he showed someone where it was, right? For a fee, right? He was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll, you know, if he was like, hey, I found this thing. I want, you know, this percentage of it when you extract it for as a finder's fee, and they were like, sure. He guides them to where it is, and then they're like, okay, well, we know where it is now, so we're gonna pay you nothing. Then sure, right? He would have a right to it, you know, because they're basically these people are, you know, ignoring the contract. However, if he found it first, but then someone else came across it as well later. Then now they're going to extract from it. Then I would say, yeah, sorry, dude, you're shit out of luck, right? Like, the only real claim you would have to it is if you had some sort of contract or have some sort of agreement when guiding them to it. But like, it's public property in the hollow, basically. You finding it just gives you an advantage to be able to extract it first. And of course, if you can get your thugs and friends over there to protect it, then you know, you're defending your right, but realistically, this is public property. If they came across it through other means besides you and are able to extract it before you, then, like, that's what they can do. You don't want to... Now, I don't know, maybe this world does have a finders keepers rule in law, where they're just like, yeah, like, in situations like this, whoever finds it first has ownership of it. And this guy's, and the Porcelumex guy is ignoring it, then yeah, sure. But I mean, that's usually not how it works. I mean, back in the olden days, I think we had stuff like that. Like, whoever claimed the plot of land first, it was theirs to a degree. But like, this is kind of a different situation because like, this is kind of like hollows are kind of like no man's land. So I don't know if they have similar laws in this. And of course, like, those are super old laws, all right? Like, this was back when, like, you know, the West was undiscovered in America. And it was like, yeah, if you just go west, you can just stake a claim and claim this bit of land as yours. And the government will just, for the most part, back you up. Unless it runs contrary to their own interest, in which case they'll just steal it from you. But even then, I think you still have to register it. Like, you stake your claim, but then I think you still have to tell the government, hey, this is my claim. Because the government would need to recognize it. That's how it gets recognized. So for this, if he found it in the hollow and didn't notify anybody in the city or the government, then hard to say. It's a weird case of law. I wouldn't say finders keepers, because then anyone can just like run through the hollow and be like, look, I found everything. Like, I just went up and down the streets in this hollow and I saw everything in the streets, therefore it's all mine. Like, obviously that's stupid, right? Like you couldn't make a claim like that. It would be dumb. You know, the only caveat is, as I said, if he found it, let Porcelumex know, hey, I found this thing. You're really going to want this. I want 10% of the money you make from extracting it as a finder's fee, and they agreed, and then just reneged on the deal once they found it, and his use was over, then yeah, sure, I would say he has a case. But I doubt I doubt that's how it is.
あそこは今金鉱脈みたいなもんで、まだ手つかずの高齢石が山ほど埋まってるんだから、みんなで一回ちゃんと準備してから探索をと思った矢先に、このままじゃ奴らがトップスの工場に。
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, this dude has no fucking claim to this. So it's an area that everyone knows has tons of unmined lumite. And they're just like, yeah, everyone knows that there's all this unmined lumite. Also, it's kind of weird because wasn't the whole thing that Luminex was in charge of all mining operations within the Hollow? Like, they were the ones providing the medicine that allowed you to resist Hollow corruption. So they were providing everyone this medicine as employees so that they could do all the mining. So they could do all the mining, you know, while, but it was still under Portia Lumix. So it's kind of weird that they're talking about, like, oh yeah, but then Portia Lumix bottled all, like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, sure, there's been a lot of shakeup in the Portia Lumix company, because of all the shit that went down, but, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that, like, they had the mining rights for the entire Hollow. And people weren't just doing it independently. You know, people who were in there under Portia Luminex's control. You know, an employee, really. They were there as employees of Portia Luminex to mine, while Portia Luminex provided them the resistance potions they need to do it long term, or over a long period of time. So it's kind of weird that they're like... It's kind of weird that they are like, wait a minute, we have the rights to that. It's like, what? Because, like, they're talking about long-standing miasma, so it has to be in the Hollow. Also, the fact that they mentioned proxies and Hollow Raiders, so it's like, it has to be in the Hollow, right? So it's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense that, it doesn't make sense that they can just mine. Because, like, at that point, like, why weren't you doing this from the beginning, right? Like, every interaction we've had in the Hollow has always been, yes, these are employees of Portia Luminex. Portia Luminex provides this Aether resistance potion. That's why they're able to do this. You can't do long-term operations like that without this medicine, and Portia Luminex only provides it to, you know, their employees. And that's why you work for them. It was kind of fucked up power dynamic, but, you know, it is what it is. So it's kind of weird that they're all of a sudden bringing up, oh yeah, by the way, like, I guess you can just, like, mine Luminite whenever you want. Which is also kind of weird because the only people who process Luminite is Portia Luminex. So it's like, whether you mine it yourself or work for Portia Luminex while they do it, it all goes to them anyway. So it's like, and obviously, yeah, I'm sure you get more of a profit. I'm sure you get more profit if you sell it to Portia Luminex directly after you've mined it. But it's like, you still have to engage with them anyway. So it does seem kind of weird, where they're like, hey, I know, let's get into an argument with Portia Luminex about a well-known location for mining that I can't claim to have, quote-unquote, found first, since everyone seems to know about it, and piss off Portia Luminex, who are the main purchasers of the Lumite ore that I'm looking to mine myself. It's like, that seems like a dumb option.
初めからそのつもりだったよ。
おっす、じゃあ決まりっすね。
あの子？
解体屋で知り合ったネットもなんす。わけあってわざわざ長期兵まで来。
Oh, okay, this must be when we meet Lucia for the first time.
おっす、そんじゃ。
So I'm curious because obviously the new elite boss, where we get talent materials for Lucia and Minato, these are little those like blade thingies, come from a Shadow Minato. So I'm kind of curious if we come across a Shadow Minato in the game. You know, like, does he get corrupted by the miasma and we have to fight him, and that's where that fight comes from? Or is this purely just a fake imagined fight, right? Because technically, we fight Shadow Jane, too. We never actually fight Jane in the game. Now, we fight a Shadow Hugo as well. There's a Shadow Hugo enemy. But we actually did fight Hugo as part of the story. So it's like, I think up until this point, our Shadow enemies, up until Minato, well, I guess even with Minato, it's hard to tell. Up until Minato, it's been 1-1. Yeah. Half of the Shadow enemies are... Well, actually, no. I guess, sorry, half of the Shadow named enemies are, some you fight actually in-game, and some you don't. It's Jane and Hugo. But I guess technically we do fight Shadow enemies for the random Hollow Raiders. Because I'm pretty sure we fought like Shadow versions of various other kind of stronger... So it's Shadow versions of the quote-unquote elite versions of the Hollow Raiders before as well. So, I guess... But yeah, of the named enemies, of the actually recognizable ones, we fight Hugo and Jane. Jane we never fought in-game, and Hugo we did. So it's 1-1 for whether we fight them in-game or not. Whereas for Hugo, it's hard. For Minato, it's hard to tell, because obviously it'll probably be in this story if it is. So I'm curious if maybe he succumbs to miasma, because he has the miasma shield, which is a new, Wi-Fi Peninsula thing. So I don't know if he gets it because we fight. Can I talk to her first? No, I cannot. Well, I can see the normal spy first.
よし、お互い初めましてだな。
どうもどうも。新玉丸のお友達なんだ。私はヨマの語り部だよ。え、浅はか丸？
おい、リューシア、一旦オフ会のノリから。
残念。必殺技を決めるとき一緒に叫びたかったのに。
ハンドルネームなんぞより大事。ネット上じゃもう長いこと知り合いなんすけどね。最近長期兵でオフ会でもするかって。
マナト君にユズちゃん、それからアリスちゃんにはもう会えたんだけど、あと一人来てなくてさ。
It's probably Yukari, the octopus girl.
君たちとフォローで階段集めでも。
ああ、大体そんな感じだ。リンちゃん。
じゃあ聞くけど、浅はか丸って何？新玉丸のこと？マナト君が階段屋で使ってるハンドルネームだよ。じゃあ、あんたのハンドルネームがマヨの型。
Oh, I see. So Aratama Maru must mean Night Emissary in Japanese. Or, I mean, whatever characters they use in Chinese and Japanese must have a meaning for Night Emissary.
ひょっとしなくても。うわ、それ聞いちゃう。でも私に聞いて正解だよ。コホン、我こそはヨマのすべて。ヨマ、それは美しくも恐ろしい幻のエーテ
リアス。付き合ってたら夜になっちまうっすよ。
はいはい、覚えてるって。高齢石の新しい鉱区を探すために石日の丘に行くんでしょ。
ああ、そうだな。
そこでジェムゴーレムっていう。
It's also like kind of weird, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, our residents are gonna go and take that mining spot. It's like, first of all, like, of course, Push the Luminex is gonna try to show up, right? Like, it's quite literally their job. Like their company revolves around processing Lumite ore. So of course they're going to have the machinery and they're going to have the equipment and the manpower and the money to mine and process it. So I find it like crazy that these like random people are like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and mine it. I'm going to mine it instead. It's like, do you have the equipment? Do you have the logistics infrastructure? Like, sure, you mine it. Okay, so you take a pickaxe. Sure, anyone can take a pickaxe and go mine. First of all, is that even the best way to mine it? Like, maybe you need better equipment to do it. What if you need an actual machine to do it because of how hard it is and pickaxes don't work? Hard to say. But either way, let's just assume that you can mine it with a pickaxe, right? So anyone can just buy a pickaxe and go mine it. But okay, so you've mined the ore. Where are you bringing it? You know? You went into the hollow. You went to a place that was flooded with miasma. You've mined Lumite. What the fuck are you doing with it, right? You're gonna what, put it in your pocket? Take a handful of it, put it in your pocket, and walk out? Like, sure, you're gonna get some money for selling it, but like, you're not gonna be able to mine a lot. And even if you get a bunch of people all there mining, it's like, cool, so you filled a cart with Lumite. Where are you bringing it, you know? How are you gonna get this cart full of ore out of the hollow to sell? You know, you just don't have the ability to do any of these things. And you're like, yeah, it's ours. We found it first. It's like, dude, like, sure, you can do it. But it's like, it's not surprising when that company that revolves around processing it is better at doing it and has the means to mine and extract it at scale, you know? So I think it's a little naive of them to like think, yeah, sure, we're just going to go in and get some.
ジェムゴーレ今うちのフォーラムで話題沸騰中の怪物だよ。ラマニアン最初は石ころくらいのサイズしかないエーテリアスなんだけど、鉱石だと思って拾った相手の
水を差したいわけじゃねえけどよ。地元の連中は聞いたこともねえって。
いやー、私は頑張って探したいな。いいかな、マナト君。最初から存在しな。
So yeah, like it does beg your disbelief because it does seem like they've kind of set this up to be stupid, right? It's like they set it up to not make sense. Like it doesn't make sense. The setting for this doesn't make sense. That a bunch of random people have claimed that, like, because we're going into the Hollow, which means it's a no man's land, and you're like, oh well, they've taken all the proxies and the raiders, and it's like, well, yeah, no shit. Like they have the money, they can operate at scale. Like you can't do either. So it's like, so I guess we have to use him then. I might as well swap with her first because she is a support. Like, okay, oh no, that's not. Is that Lumite? Is that what it is? Or I'm not sure. Right. Oh, Palace's actual name. I thought it was like referencing him as because he's Minato's friend or something. Yeah, and like this is the reason why you don't have random civilians, and this is the reason why Parcel Linux should be doing it, because they have the money and resources to get into the hollows safely, mine safely, and get out safely, because they can hire enough people to mine quickly and efficiently, get the materials out, and have people protect them the entire way. Whereas like you randos show up, it's like, yeah, you're going to be dodging ethereals, not going to be able to mine a ton of stuff because you can only take what you yourself can carry, and then and now you're weighed down as you're coming out, and also have to avoid ethereals because you can't fucking do shit. So it's like it's incredibly risky and stupid for a civilian to do this in the first place, and like try to convince a bunch of other random civilians to do it as well is also pretty stupid, right? Because you're like, oh well, I know what we'll do. We'll just get all the random civilians to come out and do this stuff for us. It's like, what? Like, you're gonna get your entire village to come out and put all their lives at risk? Like, none of which are prepared to fight ethereal and maybe can't even mine. It's like, it's so dumb to think you can do this. It's clearly Parcel Linux is going to be in a better position to do so with less danger involved. It's better for you to just join them and do it safely. Doing it like, I mean, it's just like, yeah, you could do it like this, but you're risking your life, and you're not going to get much reward for it because there's just going to be a limit to what you can do by yourself. And even if you get a group of like 10 people, again, it's how are you going to get a shitload of Luminex out? Like, if you want to fill it into a cart, it's like, how do you wheel a cart out of like a place like this with uneven surfaces and all that shit like that, like, so like you need some sort of vehicle, and then of course you need enough people to be able to defend the vehicle because it probably makes a lot of noise and attracts monsters and stuff. So it's like just the entire whole thing is just like, yes, it's not something you just randomly think, yeah, I can do it, I'll be going by myself, really snag this shit. Even with a bunch of people, like, yeah, sure, these people are miners, but that's it, they're miners, they're not fighters. Sure, if you were working for Parcel Linux, Parcel Linux could bring you in and protect you while you do what you do best, but like, you can't do all other aspects that's involved in this whole operation. You can't protect yourself, you can't extract the materials easily, just like, so yeah, just the basic premise of this is stupid. And the fact that this guy was so adamant, like, it's ours, it's like, first of all, it clearly seems that everyone knows about this location, and it only became available because the miasma receded, which means Parcel Linux probably already was aware of it, so you can't really claim it as, oh, I found it first, when it's like, well, doesn't everyone know about it? Like, unless there's like one specific spot within this location, sure, you could make that claim, but I wouldn't really do so, because again, regardless of whether you found it or not, you don't really have the means to extract it. It's the idea is like, oh, well, no, it's because they bought out the proxies and Hollow Raiders. And it's like, first of all, Hollow Raiders are criminals. Hollow Raiders are people who are going to Hollow illegally. So it was kind of weird that they kind of mentioned that Parcel Linux was buying them or renting them or getting their services, because we've only heard Hollow Raiders in the context of criminals. We've only heard Hollow Raiders in the context of, yes, these are people who are in the Hollow despite not having clearance to be in the Hollow. So it's weird that a company would hire criminals, essentially. Unless maybe Hollow Raiders refers to anyone who goes and raids the Hollow, whether legally or not, and we are just coming across the illegal ones. Perhaps, that could be it. Then it would at least make sense why they're doing this. But again, this is like, yeah, they have the money and resources to hire people who can maintain the supply line and the safety of the people under their employ. It's just so dumb that these people are thinking, yeah, we can just do it without that.
ちょっと見てくる。君は休んでて。ふっと。かっこいいでしょ。
込むぜ。行くぞこら。はあ。誰。
行き止まりだね。別の道を探す？
待って、権限の方でなんとかなるかも。試してみるね。
すごい。今のなんて技？
適当感の術法だよ。見えないものが見えるようになるの。
大丈夫だ。に人がいます。パウルだ。パウルてめえ、やっぱマナトの兄貴、プロ騎士の手を借りれたみたいじゃないですか。
あれ、パウルさんって適当感の弟子だっけ？
同感っすね。おいパウル、どういうつもりって。これの他に俺が袖を通すべき服なんて
マスター、お獅子様に確認したところ、適当感は道着の販売なら。
せっかく会えたんだ。もう一人でうろちょろすん。いえ、それはマナトの兄貴たちだけでお願いします。ポーセルメックスも高齢石も。
適当感の武術師範って。
はい、検索の結果、名前がパーから始まる。
たく、ろくに準備もしねえで入ったな。やめてくださいよ。準備ならしてきました。
調査は大体済んだ。そろそろ戻ると。
この人もマナト君の
こんなところで会えるとはな。本当に。
何言ってやがる。まるまる
人間成長のためには色々と経験がいるもん。
するってと。
ああ、子供の頃からの夢だったんだ。今回はただこんなところで昔話をしてちゃ。
Yeah, yeah, that's it. You're a hollow investigator if you do it legally. I thought it was you're a hollow raider if you do it illegally. So then it's kind of weird that I'm pretty sure they said Force Luminax hired hollow raiders. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe they said investigators.
この先の町を借り。
町？
行きましょう、マナトの兄貴。
す
みません。探索だけして帰るはずが、なんかこのまま
リュシオ？
うん、いるかもしん。
知ってるか？俺とマナト君は10歳からの仲なんだ。あの時から調査員を目指していて、やっと夢が叶った。
何あれ、初めて見るエーテリアスだよ。
ぶっ倒すこいつ結構手強そうだな。俺も俺がやる。あんたは下がってろ。
ここは任せよう。彼は昔から自分の戦いに水を差されるのが嫌いなんだ。
見ろーら、一生そこで埋まっとけ。一生そこで埋まっとけ。
任されちゃった。
この先が例の町だ。見ろ、着いたぞ。
これが町？
よし、ここまで来れば安心だ。 ささやかな町だが歓迎しよう。
Wait, isn't this in a hollow? Like, I saw an old guy with a cane. How are they living here within a hollow? Like, it wasn't the whole point. Purpose Luminex needed like a lot of shit. Like, this doesn't make sense. Unless maybe they're saying the hollow. I don't know, because they never really mentioned miasma spreading outside of the hollow. I was assuming this is in the hollow, but then it doesn't make sense that humans could live here because there's a whole arc where you needed fucking medicine to resist corruption for ether corruption. So you couldn't work a long time within a hollow. So the fact that people are living here just doesn't make sense.
これが町？
そういうな、マナト君。ここは俺たちにとって夢のオアシスなんだ。
Oh, it is, because it is in a hollow. That makes no sense then. Like, there was a whole fucking arc about how Porcelain Luminex was the only one who could make ether corruption medicine, or ether corruption resistant medicine, and we're holding it over people's heads to a degree, and that's why that shady doctor was able to fuck them over by providing them with a quote unquote cheap alternative, which ended up making things worse. So the whole point was that if you're going to be living extended periods within a hollow, you need this ether corruption resistance, or else you'll get corrupted and become an ethereal. So how the fuck are these people living here without getting affected like that?
戻ったんですか、パウル。ああ、ウエスト先生。おかげさまで順調だ。おまけに。ああ、覚えていますよ。
こっちも忘れてねえよ。オーセルメックスの大。
まあ、マナトの兄貴。全部合格。分かっています。あの時のたち。
てめえの辞任は、ほら行くぞ、パウル。どこって。
どうして行く必要なんてあるんですか？私たちの家はここで。パウル、少し時間は取れますか？分かった、今行く。兄貴、好きに。
ここが家か。どうもあいつらの侵食を甘く見てた。
フェアリー、お兄ちゃん？
ちょいと手荒にやるしかねえな。最悪気失わせて
いくら知った中でも面と向かって言う。
そのつもりだ。ちっとは正気のやつ。
訂正させてもらうと、ここに正気じゃないやつ。
どうだかな。おいリュウシア、
あの子ならもうとっくにそうして。
追いかけるぞリンちゃん。もうすぐ。
どうぞ好きに調べてくれ。
立ち去るか、それとも真なる渇望を受け入れるか。
何今の。
あの人たちは。
さあ、見ない顔だな。
今なんつった？
マナト君？この辺を見て回るって言ってたのに、モスさんに引き止められたのかな。 リュシアの様子を見に行こっと。なんか変。宮妻のコブだらけなのにみんな全然気にしてない。
ティンちゃん、こっちこっち。
Okay, I need to take a little break. I got delayed, but now it's been delayed too long. So rather than being able to continue this, I'm just going to take a little pause. I like the ability to be able to pause. It was really fucking annoying in the previous quest where they're like, nope, we're just going to disable your ability to pause. Like, you're stuck in immersive storytelling. You can't pause it for any reason. Why? Why would you do that? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. But I'll be back on later today to do more Final Fantasy 14, more roulettes to do. Might start working on some of the old crafting relics, perhaps. Get those maxed out. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.